We made it to the first Friday of Lent. Awesome. So here we are diving in on this first Friday of the month even, so we remember the Sacred Heart of Jesus. But we remember the Lenten season is all about prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Prayer is communion with God. That is, I want to intentionally act so as to not neglect God in my life. I want to act in such a way that I put myself in a near occasion of grace, so to speak. If you want to dedicate more time to prayer and to deeper prayer, I invite you to Wednesday nights from 5 to 6. We're going to have a holy hour, that is exposition of the Blessed Sacrament, and confessions will be available for those who wish. Also, Friday nights in Lent, there will be Stations of the Cross at 6:30 p.m., followed by Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament from 7 to 9 p.m. Those are great ways to concretely add more prayer into my life. Consider maybe adding a daily mass to your routine if you're able to do that. Maybe even on a Saturday morning if you can make it, if you can't make it during the week. But setting aside time for prayer. The second aspect is fasting. And fasting is something that we don't really like because we like to eat when we want and what we want. But fasting really is an act of self-denial that's not against health, but actually helps me to live a healthier life. That is, I don't try to sustain and provide for myself. I trust the Lord that what He gives me each day is enough. For Catholics, fasting is traditionally understood as eating one regular-sized meal and 2 other meals that are less than one meal when put together. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it, but that's what it is. And on Fridays, every Catholic age 14 and older is asked by law to fast. And we also do abstinence, that is to abstain from eating meat. Meat is something that is a luxury that the wealthy get to eat. And so we live as poor ones, as the Lord's Anawim. What fasting also does is it empties us out. It gives more freedom to move in the spirit and less encumbered by the flesh. And so I invite you into fasting, not as a weight loss program, but as a spiritual offering to the Lord and identifying with the poor. So prayer, fasting, and the third one is almsgiving. And almsgiving is really important. That the saints will talk about almsgiving is greater than prayer and fasting because it's the completion of charity, when done, of course, for the right reasons. And almsgiving isn't something of giving of my surplus or my excess. Almsgiving is giving of my substance, of what I need to survive. It by practicing almsgiving, it's a way of not becoming that rich man who Lazarus slept at the door and he kept walking over him each day saying, "You're not my responsibility." As we take a look each at our own life, where has money become an idol for me? A good thing might be to do is like, what percentage of my giving do I regularly tithe to the Lord? Do I give to causes or do I automatically shut them out? One priest mentioned to his parish, listen, it's really pretty simple. Go and look at what your biggest bill is, not your house payments or utilities, things that are necessary to live, but look at everything extra you do, eating out, cable, if your phone bill is more than just the basic thing, and figure out whatever your biggest bill is, what you spend on entertainment or sports or whatever. And if that number is bigger than your tithe, then that's your God. That's who you're serving. And so almsgiving is tithing to God as an act of giving thanks to Him for all that He has given to us. Everything that we have from Him is a gift. So there's that prayer, that fasting, and that almsgiving. I hope you have a wonderful, powerful Lent that is full of life-giving grace. At first, all of these things are a little bit arduous and we're a little bit rusty when we try to get back into the practice of it. But hopefully, this season of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving is something that is really fills our souls. God bless you and have a wonderful, happy, holy Lent.